Are you ready?
Alright.
Fight!
Hello, I am Sal or Rathmatics, and today I'm going to be making a tutorial video for super new players in Street Fighter 4. So let's say you just got the game, or maybe you're thinking about getting the game, you've watched a couple streams, and you're not sure if you want to pick it up. Hopefully this video can teach you the basics, and you will purchase this game, because I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. There's an active online community, and there's an active offline community as well. There's a lot of tournaments in the US, in Europe, in South America, in Japan, and plenty of other places as well. Canada, I think. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to help teach you the basics of Street Fighter. So now, we're going to start off with some terminology. A lot of players like to call the light punch a jab and the light kick a short. The reason for that is because in the older Street Fighter games, it wasn't light punch, medium punch, and heavy punch. It was jab, strong, and fierce. And for the kicks, you didn't have light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick. You had short, forward, and roundhouse. So that can be a little confusing at first, but the more you, the more you play and the more you hear that terminology thrown around, the easier it will be to remember. So with that out of the way, let's talk about some of the motions. I know a lot of people have trouble getting a low forward in the fireball when they're really new. And there's no shame in that. It happens. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. If you're playing on an arcade stick, you have to start on. Well, this isn't just if you're playing an arcade stick. This is for any controller, whether you're playing on your arcade stick, which is an acceptable format, a controller, which is also an acceptable format, or a keyboard, which is as well an acceptable format. And what I mean by acceptable is that you aren't being held back by using a controller instead of an arcade stick, or a keyboard instead of an arcade stick. They're just different ways to play. There's a lot of top players who use a hitbox, which is like a keyboard, and there's a lot of top players that use a controller as well instead of an arcade stick. And what I mean by arcade stick, if you're not sure about that, is it's basically like a it's a stick from an arcade that you can plug into your PC or your console. So, moving on, uppercut motions. You pretty much want to go forward and then do a fireball. So you want to go forward, down, forward. That's the standard way of doing a fireball. I know a lot of people mash out their fireballs, or not fireballs, but that is the standard way of using a Shoryuken. A lot of people like to mash out their Shoryukens, but the problem with that is if you have super, and let's say I don't have super, and I do like a double quarter circle. I'll get a Shoryuken. See? If I just do one quarter circle, I get a Hadoken. If I do a double quarter circle, well, okay, well, I guess I have to do it a bit faster. If you do a fast double quarter circle, you get a Shoryuken. Now, the problem with relying on this to get an uppercut is that if you have super meter, and you play a character like Ryu, or a character like Rose, well, I guess not Rose, but a character like Ryu or Ken or any of the Shotos where they're supers. I don't know why I got an ultra there. Oh, I guess I pressed the wrong button. Anyways, if you're playing a character where their supers are double quarter circles and you rely on that to get an uppercut, you're going to try to uppercut and you're going to get a super. And that can happen as well if you try to uppercut from crouching and you mash it out. You might get a super instead of an uppercut. And that sucks. Because you end up either using all of your bar when you didn't want to, even though you get a super combo, you didn't want to use that meter for whatever reason. Or maybe the super combo won't connect. Let's say you're playing Ken and you're too far away. You wanted to get a Shoryuken, but instead, yeah, I guess, so like let's say you're right there and you want to get a Shoryuken, but instead, you get a super. Never mind, that hit. Anyways, there's situations where it won't hit, and you end up spending all of your meter, and you don't get to have any fun, essentially, because, your meter's gone, and they get a chunky combo, and that's never good. So, yeah, be careful when you're doing your motions. Make sure to practice them if you're having trouble getting your inputs out. More than likely, it's looking pretty sloppy. Go into training mode, training options, put your input display on, and just look at what you're doing. If it looks clean, if it looks like... Okay, well, that didn't look too clean, but, still. If it looks roughly like that, then you're doing it right. If it looks something like this, you're probably not doing it right. Anyways, moving on. Another mistake that new players make a lot is that they jump a lot. And there's nothing wrong with jumping per se, but the problem is there's certain situations where you really shouldn't jump. So let's say I knock you down and I jump there. That, if I get you with a sweep and then I just hold up forward and press heavy kick on the way down, that is a safe jump. So what that means is certain attacks at certain times when you jump in, if you don't press a button, I will get jump in heavy kick. And you will have to block that. But let's say I do the jump in heavy kick and you are mashing uppercut. Here, let's go ahead and put him on uppercut. I do a jump in heavy kick and you're mashing uppercut. Your uppercut won't hit. Either we'll trade or I will land safely. Like that. So he got a reversal timing uppercut and it wasn't able to hit me. And what reversal timing means is you got it on the first frame of your wake up. And that's not, it sounds hard to do, but it's not. Essentially you just mash the mash the input as you're getting up and the game will time it for you. So yeah, so in those situations it's okay to jump. But until you're at the point where you're learning safe jumps and you're practicing your setups and you can pull them off reliably, you really don't want to jump as much as you think you might have to. Because if I'm jumping at this range in the neutral game, who's to say that he's not just gonna uppercut me? You know, if I see somebody jump and I'm Ken, I can just uppercut and then they're gonna get hit. Or I jump forward, or you know, let's say I get a neutral jump to try to avoid Ryu, and then he DPs and he gets an ultra. That's a lot of damage that you have to eat because you jumped. So it's much easier to just stay on the ground and play the footsies game when you're first starting out until you recognize the situations where, okay, it's possible my opponent isn't going to anti-air or he's not aware that he can anti-air in this situation or something like that will happen. And then it's totally okay to jump. But until then, you're pretty much going to want to hold off. Let's see. I guess I'll keep going and make this video longer instead of making it 2 parts. Feel free to stop now and come back to it later if I'm rambling, because I'm gonna get started on the closing points. But yeah, I guess I'll just make it 1 video. Maybe I'll make it 2. I guess we'll see. Anyways, moving forward. Next thing that you should note is focused attack. Now I know this is, now that I'm thinking about it, this is probably a lot of information to take in if you're just starting out. But you know, you don't have to get it all in one sitting. If you need to come back to the video, or if you want to message me or go in the comment section and post a question, I will answer it. Feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. Also, you can go to reddit.com/r/SSF4. Those dudes are super helpful, and they have an awesome newbie wiki that can help you out when you're first starting out. Anyways, the next thing that is unique to Street Fighter 4 is a focus attack. Essentially what you're doing is you're pressing medium punch and medium kick, and you're charging some sort of ultimate attack that can absorb 1 hit before it breaks. So let's say can I make him do a focus attack? No. Alright, well I can record him doing a focus attack. So Ken, his focus attack has a bit more reach than and focus attacks can be different depending on the character. So like Ken's focus attack has more reach than Ryu's. Fei Long has more reach than Ken. Like it varies from character to character. But this focus attack, you can charge it up to three levels. There's 3 different levels. There's level 1 where it will it won't cause a crumple or anything like that. Level 2, that's when you see the first flash right there. Ken flashed again. You can see when he charges it. Yeah, he gets a flash and then he gets another flash. That's his level 3. So level 2, they crumple. So if I get a focus attack at level 2, they will go into a crumple state, and that allows me to do whatever combo I want. I can just go straight DP, or I can do some sort of fanciness where I wait for them to technically be on the ground, DP. I don't know if that works actually. I think that works with if you do super, but that doesn't work with that. Yes, you can also use a focus attack to absorb another focus attack. Like right there. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, anyways, focus attack is really cool because it allows you to absorb single pokes. But let's say he tries to absorb a low forward into fireball, he's not going to have a good time because that is 2 hits, and focus can only absorb 1 before it breaks. No, I don't think I want to restart. So, basically what that means is if I see you sweeping, then I can walk up and focus attack you, and then you'll go into a crumple state because you can't block while you're recovering from your sweep, and then I get, you know, a free combo. Or if I can't get a full combo, I can just get an uppercut, or if I want a hard knockdown, then I can just go for a sweep. And then I can back up or, you know, start throwing fireballs and start like a zoning game or something like that. The point of the focus attack is to either absorb fireballs to gain ultra meter because you recover gray health when you absorb a fireball, or you take damage in the form of recoverable gray health rather. And that means that I can just build my ultra meter and have my health recover. Now, if this were in training mode, that gray health would slowly come back over time, and it would build up my ultra meter because I'd be technically getting damaged by the fireballs, but I'm getting damaged in recoverable life. This is especially useful if you don't want to eat the chip damage of the fireball. But you gotta be careful because if you do this too many times, your health gets super low in terms of gray health. You can go to like half health of gray, you know, in just gray health after like 3 fireballs. And what that means, essentially, is that if they touch you, if they get like, you know, a quick poke or throw or something, you just lost half of your health because you were busy absorbing fireballs. That's not something you want to do. So be careful when absorbing fireballs because that can come back to bite you in the ass. Yeah, so that's pretty much the basis of focus attack. I'm going to be explaining all the stuff that I talked about in more detail, as well as more stuff in the next episode, in the next installment of this series. This is just going to be the super basic introduction to the game if you're super new to the game. I guess I should probably talk about focus attack canceling as well. So you've probably seen a combo similar to the one I just did, or somebody hits somebody with a Shoryuken with Ryu and they're able to cancel it and dash forward. That is a focus attack dash cancel. Now, it's a lot to say, so it's typically abbreviated as FADC for focus attack dash cancel, obviously. Anyways, if I hit you with a move, I can cancel it into a focus attack. So if I do a stand heavy punch, I can cancel my stand heavy punch into a focus attack. It costs 2 bars to do this, but it's useful if you want to make an unsafe move safe. Or let's say you want to do like a fireball, and then FADC forward, and then you cut down the recovery time for your fireball. Or you can throw a fireball and move backwards, which not a lot of people do because it's not incredibly useful. But if you fireball and move forwards, it cuts down your recovery time and puts something in front of you so you can freely walk forward and possibly combo it, depending on how fast the fireball is moving and how far away you are. Now, let's say... okay, so I'm stupid because I meant to be describing a focus attack, and instead I was describing focus attack dash cancel. So what I mean by dash canceling is you cancel your move into a focus attack, and then you quickly cancel the focus attack into a dash. So you know how when you focus attack, you don't have to fully charge it. You can move in and out of the focus attack while dashing. Now, if you focus attack out of the move, you can still cancel it with a dash. And that allows you to FADC and get combos like that, where you can cancel whatever special move you do into a focus attack, and then you can cancel that focus attack into a dash and whatever else you want. So you can go like uppercut into uppercut, or uppercut into EX Fireball, or uppercut into EX Tatsu. There's a lot of things you can do with Ryu, for example. Ken has a lot of stuff as well that he can do, but you know, if you really want Ken combos, there's a ton of YouTube videos of some very talented Ken players that can help you out with that. So that is FADC. You cancel a special move into a focus attack, and then you cancel your focus attack into a dash, and you can do whatever you want after that. You can go backwards, forwards, blah blah blah. You get it, I'm sure. So I think I'm gonna cut off this video because it's already like 15 minutes long, and I didn't want to make like a super duper long video, and this is already like super long. So I have been Sal or Rathmatic. Sorry if the tutorial is boring. Hopefully the next time I do this, it will be a little bit shorter. Anyways, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to my team channel, which is the Third Pixel. I believe it's linked on my channel. If you like my videos, subscribe to the team channel because I'm going to be uploading some cool stuff over there as well. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.